you obviously were quite successful. I mean, I feel like we breezed over it to an extent. You were quite successful doing the thing, right?
Mhm.
Doing, well, as you call it, transformation, but doing physical therapy. And then you ended up in business doing it.
Mhm.
And now you're running a business. What are some of the things that you think? Because most people that find themselves in that spot kind of get stuck in a purgatory and then usually either fizzle out of it altogether or, retract back to, I just want to work for somebody else. I don't want this responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you figured it out. So what were some of the things that you feel better prepared you and allowed you to be able to thrive in that?
Yeah. So again, going back to the identity thing. So I just kind of switched the identity from physical therapist who happened to own a business to a business owner who happened to be a physical therapist. Right. So just flip those two words, massive difference. Right. So if I were to hire myself as a PT, how would I act and behave? Versus if I were to run this business, how would I act and behave? Right. So that's two different lens, right? Because if I were just a PT, I would just keep treating. But then again, I'll just my dollar, my earning, my impact is based on what I can do with my two hands. Right. And then, but if I go as a business owner, I say, oh, wow, I can hire more PTs. We can help more people. We can actually help people who actually doesn't understand what PT is by connecting with them. Like most of the time when people come into, my clinic, they fail physical therapy or physical therapy has failed them. So now I have to go and change it. It's like, oh, well, no, we're doing differently, this and that. Like we have to give them a whole new vehicle to see like why we're different, right? It's almost like trying to date a girl after like she just came out from a bad relationship. Like she's not going to trust any guy. So you have to go in and build rapport from day one over and over again. So that's the biggest transformation when it comes to changing mindset. And another thing too, I gave myself permission to fail and learn the mistake that I needed to learn. And because of that, it liberated me to keep on going. And the reason you say the bottleneck thing, and I agree with that, but I didn't learn that. I didn't learn that until like a year and a half ago. And, I'm 5 years in, we went from 0 to 7 figure in 4 years. And that's like, in a one-on-one setting, like to me, that's I think it's
you're top
cool.
of the pyramid. I mean, yeah.
And the way I looked at it is, to be able to do that, you have to understand that you're going to make mistake, but you won't want to make the same mistake twice. And as you keep making mistake, you're going to start spotting trend, because the biggest thing for me is going back to the ownership thing that you guys have is you have to be willing to go and sit down, like, where did I go wrong with that? And then just kind of reverse engineer, like, oh yeah, I probably could have seen that a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, I should have done that. Oh, I abdicated right there. Right. So now you can pick up on a trend. Now for me, I look at bottleneck as season, right? So I was like, all right, let's say Q1, we're pretty slow. Guess what? If we're slow, what can I implement on? Okay, I'm going to fix operation, right? Because now I can actually go and do some deep dive, like, okay, where would we shit in Q4, right? And then Q2 was slow picking up. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Make sure Q1, we're fixing operation, but we're driving marketing spend so we can get more leads in Q1 so that when Q2 comes, we have more leads and we can convert. Right. And then by the time we hit Q3, we're going to have so much fulfillment that fulfillment is going to fail by Q4.
Right.
And then we have to fix fulfillment. Right. So you play the game on how much can you keep going on each level, and you just climb one step at a time.
I like that.
And to me, like, all right, it's fun because every time I get to go to a different level in each different segment of my business. And you just look at it in 4 P's, right? Operation, marketing, sale, fulfillment. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm just going to do this over and over again until it's just keep leveling up.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. I think there's a lot of value in that. Your numbers are honestly really impressive. It's rare to see somebody who, without a team, I mean, we were, just listening to a guy today who, made 9 million, and that's great. But that was like, took him 16 years to make. And it's like, I'm not hating on that. That's still pretty impressive by all measures, right? However, $1 million a year when it's really mainly you and it's your 2 hands, that's $500 an hour. I mean,
well, I mean, we crossed the 7-figure last year, but I had 4 clinicians. And then,
okay. So at this point now you're in the business owner spot completely.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So as soon as I made that mindset shift, that's when I started. Well, actually, I hire first. So here's the thing, right? You guys think that you need So what is it? Is it Atomic Habit? Say you need to be with your identity first before you start taking on the habit. For me, the way I look at it, if I hire someone, I'm already paying them money. I was like, well, how do I best support them? Like, I better be like the business owner that they would want to have.
Yeah.
Or not what they would want to have, because sometimes employee doesn't know what they want. Just like most people, right? Like my wife doesn't know what she wants to eat for dinner. We've been together for so long, right? It's either Chinese food, Italian food, we just can't pick.
Yeah.
So I just need to be the business owner that I think is best for the team that I have. That's what I meant to say.
I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. So, you know, the thing that, and you said it, and is a little bit different than me, but it's huge and it's part of your identity pieces. I've always said my job as a sales, you know, and marketing coach and a growth partner in the mortgage space is to take mortgage professionals that happen to have a business license and turn them into business professionals that happen to have a mortgage license, right? And so it's kind of a different lens of the same thing that you had mentioned there.